Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you today? Beautiful day. You see the sun coming in, leather bag lady weather report. After today, it's going to get a little crummy, I think. So you better believe your ass I'm on the deck in a little while. Just solving all the problems of the world. That's what I say. So hopefully you're having a good day. And yeah. That's all I've got to say about that. Not sure what else. Bruce's dad was a lot better yesterday, so that was good. Date night was awesome. We always have a ton of fun. So off to Dunville. We went to Squires for Caesar salad and wings. Yummy. And we went for a walk on the pier. It was cooling down. When Bruce came to pick me up, it was cool. And then we got to Dunville. It was like 21 degrees. It was absolutely beautiful there. And torrential rain, and then sun, and then rain, and then sun. And the rainbows were just beautiful after that. So a little bit of a chitty chat about the bags I'm about to tell you. 2 out of the 3 anyway are from that bag of bags that I had in the winter that had gotten a little musty. Now, I kind of figured out what had happened because I've never had this happen before. And I had 3 purses. I store my bags in the shed in paper lawn bags. Now, there's a couple of reasons I do that. One, it was quite by accident, but I found that it prevented me from making the bags too heavy because there's kind of a natural fold over point on those bags. Other reason is they're moisture resistant, so it actually prevents mold and mildew. And the other thing is security. When I have them in my car, I mean, here I am telling the world, but yeah, not anybody's first thought that there's leather bags in there. And they're soft-sided. So with my little tiny car, when I was doing my bag shows all over, I could really stuff a bunch of things in my little car. And when you're dealing with totes and anything that's hard-sided, of course, common sense, you can only fit as many in, like you can't squish or anything like that. So that's why I use the lawn bags, but in that lawn bag were 3 bags that had gotten moldy. And as I said, I've never had that happen before. So the 3 bags that had gotten moldy were really, really cheap, like Liquidation World, dollar store. They were leather, but no. And I think those are the ones that got moldy. And then obviously the musty smell went into all the other bags. So my friend Vintage Coach Collector shared with me that silica packs will help with smoke smell. So maybe with musty smell also. I don't have any of those. So my go-to has been the lavender soap I shared with you yesterday. So these bags, do they still have a scent? Yes, they do. Is it, oh, that's moldy? No, it's lavender and a hint of, in my experience, once you're using them daily and they're in the atmosphere, and the scent does eventually go away, but I had that nightmare with that vintage Coach bucket bag that had a smell, which didn't have a smell. The buyer just changed her mind and obviously telling me there was something wrong with it. She was going to get a better chance of a refund because it has since resold, and the purchaser sent me a lovely thank you, loves her bag. So that was a crock of shit. I knew it was a crock of shit, but I don't want to set myself up for anything like that in the future. So this video will be attached to each of the bags, as are all my videos. And I'm saying that there is a scent, but the bags are awesome. And I just couldn't throw them away or redonate them. I couldn't. They're gorgeous. Now, I did have a lady ask me for more handbags yesterday, I think it was. Now, handbag, I'm from the UK, so everything is a handbag. But what I think she meant was bags like this. So that may well be what her definition of a handbag is. I don't pick up a lot of this style just because they don't sell particularly well. Are they lovely? Absolutely. Are they like 1950s? Yes, they are. And each to our own. This is a beautiful bag. It's coming across a little bit more pistachio in the camera, but it's actually more of a beige kind of vanilla color, which is, yeah, it's not as green tinged. It's kind of a very, yeah, it's like a real vanilla color, but it's super cute. And just this little ruffle detail, bring the camera down a little bit. Just this little ruffle makes such a difference. And then it's got the gold tone snap top. Now there is, there's a little bit of, can't even really notice it in the camera, but yeah, there's a little bit of the gold tone has rubbed off. And inside, yeah, I've just had it outside because I was cleaning the interior. There was a little spot here and you can't even smell anything. I'm overly cautious because I don't want to deal with returns. I really don't. It's such a pain, especially if it's a US return, because my bank doesn't offer international e-transfer. So it's PayPal or kind of nothing. So I've actually been considering whether or not to just stick with Canada. I'm not sure. Once I get my virtual shopping channel up and running, I may do that, just because it's a lot of hassle and the shipping is crazy. So I don't know. I'm not there yet. But this little bag, there's no branding in it. It's got like a nice kind of champagne colored satin interior with a couple of slip pockets. The strap straddles the bag, which is kind of unique. And then you've got your gold tone hardware. So there is a little darkening in the corner where the joint in the frame rubs back and forth, but no rips, no tears. It's a great little bag. Really cool. And then, of course, that little, I love it. So shoulder bag, maybe. Again, if you're more petite than I am, you'll get that on your shoulder, no problem. But definitely in the crook of your arm. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice summer dress, yellow, white. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as I said, it looks very pistachio in the camera. It's not. It's way more kind of cream. Yeah, like a vanilla cream. So that's kind of brutal. I wonder, look, if you are interested in the bag, check the listing out, which you probably already have if you're watching the video, duh. So hopefully the colors are a little truer on the listing. So that's bag number one. Now wait till you see bag number two. I've had this bag for years, and I used to use it as a it's a real conversation piece, and I hung it above at my booth at the flea market, and 9 times out of 10 people would stop and look at it, and it would help draw them into my booth. So here it is. So 70s hand tooled, some nice roses there. Somebody's done a very nice job. Yeah, it's a lot of texture work, shadowing, very, very solid rivets. The pants, the pockets still open, still work. The back pockets as well, which is kind of cool. I tried to figure out what the brand of jeans are, but I couldn't figure that one out. So it's plain on the back. Shoulder strap. There are some watermarks on the strap. And there are a couple of, I think they look like rust marks. The bag's all been cleaned. All my bags are always cleaned inside and out. And 9 times out of 10, they're moisturized. And I put a little bit of dubbing on them, even just as a weather protector. So yeah, there are some watermarks on the strap. But nobody's going to have one of these, that's for sure. It's such a conversation piece, and I know that to be true for the reason I just stated. I would hang it. It was hanging right in the middle of the beam that went across my booth, and it made people stop and start chatting more often than not. So wasn't going to get rid of it, but definitely not my style. But for somebody who wants a little bit of a hippie 1970s throwback, it's right here. And the leather is beautiful. It's very supple. It's amazing how I've got some of these kind of stiffer saddle leather bags, one in particular, and it's such a beautiful bag, but there's cracking in the leather. So, you know, I wonder how, I guess it's just the tanning process or whatever. So that's bag number 2. Inside, I didn't show you inside, is just, I mean, it's just a pair of jeans. And there's no nastiness anywhere. It's just whatever. Kind of cool that you can use the pockets on the outside. Put your phone, and I just think it's hilarious. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's bag number 2. Now bag number 3 is kind of cool. Very decorative. And this one does have a bit of an odor. So it's it is what it is. I mean, how could you throw that out? You just can't. I mean, the bags have been priced accordingly. This is by Gianfranco Lotto, made in Italy. There is some kind of separating from this black. Oh, I just made it even worse. Look at that. What a dummy. There is, yeah, so there's little bits of, which is very, very typical when companies use this stuff. So there's lots of pictures on my listing, because again, I don't want anybody, I mean, it's not flaking or anything like that. It just is what it is. There's your label. It's kind of hard to see. Gianfranco Lotto, made in Italy, genuine leather. It's just a really fun bag. Now, shoulder-wise, absolutely. Crossbody-wise, absolutely. And you could tuck this in and use it as a clutch as well. So you're getting kind of 3 options in one with this bag. It's not black, it's navy blue. I think that's fairly clear. This does look navy. And then you've got this beautiful lilac kind of thread. It's like piping. Really cool. And then these gorgeous little tassel. Really unique. Very unique. And the purple and the blue go really well together, actually. So that's, yeah, so no gusset or anything. It's not particularly wide, but it does have a little seam here. So, I mean, you could get a little bit of width on it. So that's my bags for today. I had 3, and I've got another handful. I got a couple of nice eelskin ones, but I've now taken these ones out of the bag where I had them all sealed up, and I've replaced them with that. So I don't know. I will eventually get some silica packs. I'm a little broke right now, so I'm trying desperately not to spend any money. I still haven't thrifted. It'll be, well, it'll be 2 weeks on Sunday since I've thrifted. So I'm finding it actually quite easy. And I think part of it is because I know there's no money to do it. So I guess when you can't, you can't, right? So anyway, that's my offering for today. So hopefully you are all keeping well. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.